Today I shall discuss some theorems of class 10. You know, chapter 3 is included in the first term exam. In this chapter, you have to do 3 theorems. Among these 3 theorems, that is theorem number 31, 32 and 33. Among these 3 theorems, theorem number 31 is not included in the evaluation. But you have to understand the theorem, because this theorem may be given as application. This theorem may be applied in the application. So you have to understand the theorem. Okay, let's start with theorem number 31. Theorem number 31 is through 3 non-collinear points. It is theorem number 31. Theorem 31. Page number, it is page number 57. Page 57. Page 57. Okay. These are the non-collinear points A, B, C. These are the these 3 points are the non-collinear points. You know the non-collinear points? When 3 points are not in a same straight line, then the points are called the non-collinear points. You know, through 3 non-collinear points, only one circle can be drawn. Okay? These 3 non-collinear points, one and only one circle can be drawn. Such as, suppose these 2 points, point A and point B, these 2 points, through these 2 points many circles can be drawn, but these 3 non-collinear points, one and only one circle can be drawn. Like this, you cannot draw more than one circle through 3 non-collinear points. This is the summary of theorem number 31. Now we are going to understand theorem number 32. Theorem number 32 is the perpendicular is drawn to a chord which is not a diameter from the center of a circle bisects the chord. Now try to understand the theorem. It is theorem number 32. We have to understand this theorem, proof of this theorem. Okay, it is theorem number 32 and page number is 59. Page number is 59. Okay, again I am telling the question. The perpendicular drawn to a chord which is not a diameter from the center of a circle bisects the chord. It is a circle. It is a circle. You know, it is a chord. It is not a diameter. Okay, it is a circle and it is a diameter. Diameter is also a chord. But here it is given in the question, the chord cannot be the diameter. Okay. So here, if a perpendicular is drawn from center to the chord, it is perpendicular, then according to question, we have to prove the chord is bisected here. Let O be the center of the circle and AB is a chord which is not a diameter. OP is the perpendicular. Required to prove OA equal to OB. Okay? Okay, let's start the theorem. Let AB is a chord which is not a diameter and O is the center of the circle and OP perpendicular to AB at point P. Okay, so required to prove is AP equal to BP. That is OP bisects the chord AB at point P. That is AP equal to BP. You have to prove it. Okay. Construction. Now you have to write the construction. Okay. Construction. OA and OB are joined. O comma A semicolon or and. You can write here semicolon or and OB are joined. join. Okay, now we are going to understand the proof. Proof in triangle APO and triangle BPO. In triangle APO and triangle BPO, you know, angle APO is equal to angle BPO, angle APO is equal to angle BPO. Why? Because each of them is 90 degree. Why 90 degree? Because OP perpendicular on AB. Okay? So this angle equal to this angle. I mean angle APO equal to angle BPO. Okay? Now OA equal to OB. OA equal to OB. Why OA equal to OB? Both are radii of same circle. Radii of the same circle, okay, so we get angle APO equal to angle BPO and OA equal to OB because they are the radii of same circle, and OP is the common side. OP is the common side. So the triangles are congruent. Therefore, triangle APO congruent to triangle BPO. By which rule? It is by RHS rule. Okay, triangles are congruent. Since the triangles are congruent, you know, when the triangles are congruent, then the sides, according to CPCT rule, AP equal to VP. Therefore, AP equal to BP. Just here you have to write CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay. When two triangles are congruent, then the corresponding parts will be equal. According to this rule, the triangles are the AP equal to BP. Okay. So the theorem is proved. You have to write here proved. Okay. Now we are going to understand theorem number 33. It is in page number 60. Okay. In this theorem, I am telling the summary of the theorem. It is given in the question. Let's prove if any straight line passing through the center of a circle bisects any chord which is not a diameter, then the straight line will be perpendicular on the chord. That is, it is a circle, and O is the center of the circle, and AB is a chord which is not a diameter. A straight line passing through the center bisects the chord. Here the straight line bisects the chord, that is AP equal to BP. Required to prove is OP perpendicular to AB. Just converse theorem of the previous theorem, that is converse theorem number 32 and 33 are the vice versa. In the previous theorem, we have seen that OP was the perpendicular on AB, and we had to prove that AP equal to BP. But here OP bisects AB at point P, that is AP equal to BP. It is given, it is hypothesis, and we have to prove OP is the perpendicular on AB. Okay, let's start the theorem. Let O be the center of a circle, and in this circle AB is a chord which is not a diameter, diameter. Okay, and OP bisects AB at point P, that is AP equal to BP. Okay, required to prove OP perpendicular to AB. Okay, is it clear? OP perpendicular to AB. Now we have to write the construction. Okay, this construction is similar to the previous construction, that is OA and OB are joined. O comma A, don't write OA, not like this OA, it is wrong. Okay, you have to write O comma A and O comma B are joined. Okay, now we are going to understand the proof. Okay, similarly proof in triangle APO and triangle BPO. In triangle APO and triangle BPO, AP equal to BP. Why? It is given in the question. AP equal to BP because OP bisects AB at point P. So AP equal to BP, it is given in the question here. So I can write here AP equal to BP. You can simply write given. Okay, or you can write a hypothesis, but don't write it. Write here given, only given. Okay. OA equal to OB. OA equal to OB. Why? You know OA equal to OB because these are the radii of the same circle. Radii, if you have to write here the logic, radii of the same circle. Radii of the same circle. Okay, and OP is the common side. OP is the common side. Okay, therefore the triangles are congruent. Therefore triangle APO congruent to triangle BPO. By which rule? By S rule. Okay, now the triangles are congruent. Now listen to me carefully. Since the triangles are congruent and OA equal to OB, so their opposite angles will be equal. So this angle equal to this angle according to CPCT rule. Okay, therefore angle APO equal to angle BPO. Okay, CPCT. Okay, you know the full form of CPCT I have explained. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, again look at here, sum of the angles, these two angles is 180 degree. Okay, I am writing here because I am not getting here adequate space. Again sum of the angles is 180 degree. Therefore angle APO equal to angle BPO equal to 180 degree by 2 equal to 90 degree. Now look at the figure. OP stands on AB and two adjacent angles so far are equal, that is each of them is 90 degree. So I can say OP perpendicular to AB. Therefore OP perpendicular to AB. OP perpendicular to AB. Proved. And one thing, remember it carefully, you cannot write by this manner. You have to complete the theorem within one page, otherwise you have to turn over. If you have to turn over the page, then you have to construct a new figure, otherwise you must not get the full marks. 1 mark will be deducted from the total marks. Okay. So OP perpendicular to AP, it is proved. Okay, stop. Now we are going to understand theorem number 34. It is given in the question, it is given in the page number 123 in your government book. Okay, I am telling the summary of the theorem. The summary of the theorem is, on same arc the angle subtended to the center, you know, arc is the part of circumference. On same arc angles, suppose it is the arc, it is an arc, it is center. Okay, angle subtended to the center, that is this angle. Suppose AB is an arc. So now listen to me carefully. It is not possible to make you understand that AB, which part, this part is AB or this part is AB. So to make it clear, just you have to write here, you have to give a point P on arc APB. It is called arc. Okay, on same arc angle subtended to the center is twice the angle subtended to the remaining part of the circumference. Let O be the center and ACB is the circumangle and it is the center angle. Okay, you must get 4 figures in your book, but you have to write only 2 figures in the exam. It is sufficient. This is the second figure. Remember it carefully. You have to explain 2 figures, and it is strictly necessary. APB is the arc. Okay. On this arc, AOB is the center angle. I mean angle subtended to the center, and angle ACB angle subtended to the remaining part of the circumference. Okay. So you have to prove angle AOB is twice the angle ACB. I mean the value of angle AOB is twice the value of angle ACB. Suppose angle ACB equal to 50 degree. So obviously angle AOB will be 100 degree. Here, if angle ACB equal to 40 degree or 50 degree, if suppose it is 50 degree, then this angle will be 100 degree, just twice the angle ACB. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to start the theorem. Let O be the center of the circle. Let O be the center of the circle. Okay. In this circle, on arc APB, the angle at the center is angle AOB, and the angle at the remaining part of the circumference, is angle ACB. Just here write figure number 1 and figure number 2. It is figure number 2. Okay. You know, in both the figures, angle AOB is the center angle and angle ACB is the circumangle. Okay. Required to prove. Now you have to write the required to prove. Required to prove is angle AOB equal to 2 of angle ACB. Now we have to do the construction. Joining C and O, the line is produced to D. Okay, but don't write joining O and C. If you write joining O and C, then you have to produce the line OC toward the C. If you write joining C and O, the line is produced to D. Okay, here also the joining C and O, the line is produced to D. Okay, line is produced to D. Okay, so required to prove angle AOB is equal to 2 angle ACB. Construction. Now we have to write the construction. Construction joining C and O, the line is produced to D. Okay, don't use any small letter, always you have to use block letter in case of theorem. Okay, in the figure, okay. Now we are going to start the proof. In triangle AOC, OA equal to OC. Look at the figure. OA and OC both are the radius of the same circle, so they are equal. OA equal to OC. You have to write the logic why they are equal. Since both are the radii of the same circle. Okay, therefore if two sides of a triangle are equal, then their opposite angles also equal. So here angle OAC equal to angle OCA. Look at the second figure. In triangle, I am talking about triangle AOC. Here OA equal to OC. Here also both are the radii of the same circle, so their opposite angles are equal. That is, this angle equal to this angle. Angle OAC equal to angle OCA. Therefore angle OAC equal to angle OCA. Okay, I am telling again. If two sides of a triangle are equal, like this, I am writing here. You have done this theorem in class 8. If two sides of a triangle are equal, then their opposite angles also be equal. Okay. So according to this theorem, these two sides are equal, so these angles are equal. Okay. So these angles are equal. Angle OAC equal to angle OCA. Okay. Now side CO of triangle AOC is produced to D. Okay, we have done in the construction. Clear? So now we have to write side CO. Now side CO of triangle AOC is produced to D. Okay, therefore angle AOD, exterior angle, you know one theorem, if any side of a triangle is produced, then exterior angle so formed is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles. Here side CO of triangle AOC is produced to D, so this is the exterior angle AOD equal to sum of the interior opposite angles, that is angle OAC plus angle OCA. Therefore angle AOD, exterior angle AOD is equal to angle OAC plus angle OCA. Okay. Now OAC and OC are equal. We have proved it here. So instead of OAC, you can put angle OCA. So here we are getting angle OCA plus angle OCA. Right here one logic. Since angle OAC equal to angle OCA, okay, equal to 2 angle OCA. Clear? Now look at here, side CO. I am talking about figure number 2. Side CO of triangle AOC is produced to D, so it is the exterior angle. It is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles, that is this angle plus this angle equal to this angle. So angle AOD, I can write here angle AOD equal to OAC plus angle OCA equal to OCA plus OCA, that is 2 angle OCA. Okay, so this statement is matching with figure number 1 as well as figure number 2. Okay, similarly from figure number 1, from triangle BOC, side CO is produced to D. So this angle equal to angle BOBC plus angle OCB, I mean this angle plus this angle. So angle BOD equal to similarly from triangle BOC, we get angle BOD equal to 2 angle OCB. Is it clear? Okay. Similarly, just you have not to show this portion. Just you can write similarly. We can prove angle BOD equal to 2 of angle OCB. Okay. Now after this part, you have to write separately figure number 1. You have to describe figure number 1 and figure number 2. Okay. Now I am writing figure number 1. In figure 1, angle AOB equal to angle AOD plus angle BOD, angle AOD plus angle BOD equal to, you have to put the value of angle AOD. It is 2 angle OCA, right here 2 angle OCA plus, what is the value of angle BOD? You know angle BOD equal to 2 of angle OCB, 2 angle OCB equal to 2 angle OCA plus angle OCB equal to 2 angle. Now go to the figure number 1. If we add angle OCA and OCB, then we are getting angle ACB, 2 angle ACB. Okay. Now we are going to understand figure number 2. Right here figure number 2. From figure 2. Look at here. If we want to get the value of angle AOB, then angle AOB equal to angle OCB, that is entire angle, minus angle OCA, that is part, angle OCB minus angle OCA. Okay, just you have to put the values. Okay, don't be confused from figure number 2. It is very easy. Just you have to put the values of angle OCB. What is the value of angle OCB? Here it is angle BOD. Sorry. It will be angle AOB equal to angle BOD equal to angle BOD minus angle AOD. Okay, equal to angle BOD. What is the value of angle BOD? Value of angle BOD, that means 2 of angle OCB, 2 angle OCB minus 2 angle OCA, 2 angle OCA equal to, take common 2 and remaining part is angle OCB minus angle OCA equal to 2. Okay, now go to the figure. OCB minus OCA equal to angle ACB. So if we subtract angle OCA from angle OCB, then we get angle ACB equal to angle ACB. Okay, and I told you previously that you cannot write by this manner. You have to write in the same page. Okay, I mean at first this part, then this part, then this part. At last you have to write, therefore angle AOB equal to 2 angle ACB. Proved. Proved. Okay, have any problem? No, you should not have any problem. Okay, although I am telling arc, what is arc? Arc is the part of circumference. We know we are getting two arcs, two types of arcs. Number one, minor arc. Number two, major arc. To say it clearly, we have to put here one name, that is P, to definite the arc APB. If we say AB, then it will be confusion that AB is this part or AB is that part, major or minor. You cannot understand. So to make it clear, we have to put here name P. Okay? Okay. Stop. Now we are going to understand theorem number 35. It is given in page number 129 in your book. Okay? So I am telling you theorem, angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Before starting the theorem, you have to understand what is the segment of a circle. Segment of a circle is the part of circle which is bounded by circumference and chord. Okay, it is the segment. It is a circle and it is a chord, it is a segment and it is another segment. Okay, it is one segment and it is another segment. So I am telling you, what is the segment? Segment is the part of circle. It is the part of circle, but that part must be bounded by circumference, I mean arc and a chord. Okay, so according to this theorem, you have to prove angles in the same segment are equal. Okay, let's start the theorem. It is a circle and it is a chord, so it is one segment and it is the another segment. Okay, it is O. O is the center of the circle. Okay, and AB is the chord. You have to put here name P. In the same segment, these are the angles. These are the angles. Angle ACB and angle ADB are any two angles. Okay, you have to prove in this segment any angles. You can draw more than two angles, but you have to show only two angles. Okay, all the angles are equal. Okay, let's start the theorem. Let O be the center. O be the center of a circle. Okay, in this circle, angle ACB and angle ADB are any two angles in the same segment, ACDB. Okay, required to prove. It is a vital point. Required to prove. In required to prove, you have to write any angles in the same segment ACDB are equal. You cannot write angle ACB equal to angle ADB. Okay, any angles or all angles in the same segment ACDB are equal. Now you have to write since angle ACB and angle ADB are any two angles, any two angles in this in the same segment ACDB, so it will be sufficient if we prove that angle ACB equal to angle ADB. Is it clear? Okay. In construction, just you have to join angle point O and A and O and B. Construction, I am writing the construction. O comma A and O comma B are joined. Okay. Now you see, on same arc APB, the angle subtended to center is angle AOB, and angle subtended to the remaining part of the circumference are angle ACB and angle ADB. Proof. On arc APB, the angle subtended to the center, is angle AOB, and the angles subtended to the remaining part of the circumference of the are angle ACB and angle ADB. Okay, we have learned from the previous theorem, on same arc the center angle is twice the circumangle. So we can say angle AOB, therefore angle AOB equal to 2 angle ACB, okay, and angle AOB equal to 2 angle ADB. You have to write here logic, since on same arc the center angle is twice the circumangle. Okay, therefore 2 angle ACB equal to 2 angle ADB, okay, equal to angle AOB. Therefore angle ACB equal to angle ADB. Okay, so all the angles like this manner, all the angles in the same segment ACDB are equal. If you construct another one angle, then that angle will be half of this center angle. I mean, center angle is twice that angle. So all the angles. It is not possible to draw all the angles. So we are proving constructing two angles. So thus all the angles in the same segment are equal. Okay. So right here, therefore all angles in the same segment ACDB are equal. Proved. Okay. So you understand that all the angles in the same segment are equal. Okay.